Hello and welcome to the final lesson, lesson number 40, ICH, International Conference for Harmonization. In this topic, you will be introduced to ICH, what it is, the evolution of ICH along with the ICH guidelines, benefits of the ICH, and a discussion around the future of harmonization and the ICH, as well as some additional guidelines. What is ICH? The International Conference on the Harmonization of Technical Requirements for Registration of Pharmaceuticals for Human Use. And the link here will be included in the supplementary material, but at this stage you're probably aware of the ICH website and the guidance documents. We've talked through a lot of them at this stage. I'm hoping that you're familiar with them. But this is the homepage for ICH, and this is where you can find a lot of the documents that you can print out and read as and when required. So ICH is a joint initiative involving regulators and industry as equal partners in the scientific and technical discussions of the testing procedures which are required to ensure and assess the safety, quality and efficacy of medicines. Why is the ICH considered to be a unique approach? Well, it was created in April 1990 at a meeting in Brussels where topics such as safety, quality and efficacy were discussed. Agreement between EU, Japan and USA to harmonise different regional requirements for registration of pharmaceutical drug products. And it's unique because it was a joint effort by regulators and associated pharmaceutical industry trade associations, which hadn't happened in previous times. And why was there a need to harmonise different regional requirements for drug registration? The realisation was driven by tragedies such as thalidomide in Europe in the 1960s. And in the late 1960s and 1970s, we saw a rapid increase in laws and regulations and guidelines for reporting and evaluating the data on safety, quality and efficacy of new medical products. Divergence in technical requirements from country to country required the need to harmonise the different approaches. So the purpose of ICH is harmonisation of technical requirements. The primary function is to ensure safety, efficacy and quality of medicines. It prevents duplication of clinical trials in humans between EU, USA and Japan, and minimises the use of animal testing without compromising safety and effectiveness. The ICH structure is listed here. So we have the three regions involved being Japan, Europe and the USA, and I've listed the three regulatory bodies within those countries, as well as the associations involved in the research-based industries in those areas also. So a simple fact here, ICH guidelines have been adopted as law in several countries to ensure and assess the safety, quality and efficacy of medicines, but are only used as guidance for the USA Food and Drug Administration. Some of the benefits of the ICH harmonization process. So more than 50 harmonized guidelines have been created. It has resulted in streamlined research and development processes. Rapid access to new medicines has been allowed. There's huge benefits for the regulators. Reference and educational material for non-ICH members. So there's a vast array of information available on the ICH website, open to non-ICH members. So the information is freely available for those also. The concerns include things like non-ICH members are not considered in decision-making processes, lack of sufficient consultation with academic scientists, health professionals and patient groups, implications in developing countries. What does the future hold? The continued success of ICH will depend on a much broader use of ICH guidelines and standards. We need to consider the more important role of WHO, the World Health Organization, and non-ICH members in the decision-making process. Recognition of challenges faced by developing countries trying to use the ICH guidelines. As more countries embrace ICH guidelines, promotion of a common regulatory language will become more important going forward. The guidelines that I'm hoping you're familiar with now that we've finished all 40 lessons are listed here. There's a total of 11 quality standards. The first one is stability, analytical validation, impurities, pharmacopoeias, bioproducts, specifications, GMP regulations, pharmaceutical development guideline documents, QRM, quality risk management, pharmaceutical quality systems, and finally development and manufacture of drug substance. There's also a section on safety with guidelines issued from 1 to 10, along with an efficacy guidelines issued from 1 to 16, and finally there's a multidisciplinary guidance documents from M1 to M8, and they're all available on the ICH website. So in conclusion, harmonization of regulatory requirements was pioneered by the European community in the 1980s as the European Union moved towards the development of a single market for pharmaceuticals. The birth of ICH took place at a meeting in April 1990 in Brussels. The goal of ICH is to promote international harmonization by bringing together representatives from 3 ICH unions, namely EU, Japan and USA, to discuss and establish common guidelines. And that's the last slide. Thank you for listening. And I hope you enjoyed all 40 lessons. Thank you.